here we have the building model, and now we need to hook it up here in the building masses, which is called intersect masses. So again, I will hide this from Rhino so that I can see what's happening here. I will also turn off, preview off all these components. I will start collect them in just one brep. So here I will not take this one, but rather I will take this because this is the last component for this box. So it's now available in our Rhino. Click on Shift so that you could hook up more than one component. So we will check to make sure we have 10 zones here. So we have 11. So there is a problem where in this component we have hooked up something more than one time. Or maybe we have assigned 2 BREPs for just one box. And this is a very important point. You need to check step by step that you're modeling your building in a good way, because you cannot fix these problems later on. So here I will check. I will start by maybe preview of this and start preview on to check where is the problem with my model. So here we find that this one was assigned 2 times. So I'm going to delete it. So we have now 10 zones. In this case, as you can see here, the model changed during the optimization, which means that an internal wall is going to be divided into 2 parts, one external wall and one internal wall. So I will preview off these components and preview this on and show you that this component, which is called intersect masses, it makes sure that your model is read in a good way. So we have the external walls, the internal walls. It divided one surface into 2 parts, as here you can see here. We have one wall, which is part of it is an internal wall, and the other part is an external wall. So now here there's a problem. In order to know what problem do you have, you need to click on this one. So here the number of items in the connected zone programs list does not match the number of connected zone masses. And that's true because, as I told you, I had in my previous project, it was a very complicated one. So I will now disconnect the zone program so that we could create it together. Now we don't have a problem in our component. Now here, let's assume that we have an office building, and this office building is a core surrounded by 4 cells or maybe closed offices. So here we will check this component, I want also to mention that I'm using version 0.0.64 because the versions are different. So here we have a component which is called list zone programs. And here you bring the honeybee building programs, and then you use this arrow to check or on the type of your building. And here we have the office from the drop-down list. Then we're going to use a panel so that we can know what is inside the office. And as I have told you, we simplified our building into just a lobby, which is number 12, surrounded by closed offices, which is number 4. So we're going to use just 4 and 12. And here we need to check the number of our zones so that we could easily assign them the zone type or program. So here we need to bring list item. And we will bring this list and choose, I told you we have 10, so let's assume we want to know what is 0. So you click and choose, for example, a 5. And here you can click on this so that you can know where is the zone that you're going to assign. So number 5 is our lobby. We need to know also where is the other lobby in the first floor. So it's 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 are the only numbers for the lobby. So here the list contains a lot of numbers because it was a very complicated project. So I'm going to delete them. And then start by typing the new project. I told you number 4 and 5 are the lobby. So we start by, we have here the office, and we need to count because it will not show you the numbers. So the closed office is number 4. So 4, enter, 1, 2, 3. So we start by 0, I'm sorry. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the lobby. So I need to give it 12. 4, then 5, which is 12. Then 6, 7, 8, and 9, because as I told you, we have 10 zones, but it starts by counting from 0. So enter. So no enter. Please, I will just click outside the panel. And now we have, as you can see here in the panel coming out from the list item, the items that we have chosen. So you can see that you chose closed office for zones 0, 1, 2, 3, and the lobby for 4 and 5, because as we checked here, number 4 and 5 are assigned for our lobby. So now we will hook up this into the zone program. I want also to show you that here you need to hover over the names so that you could see an explanation for each title. This actually tells you that the default of this zone programs type is OpenOffice. So here I will do this. I'm doing this. I will hook up this because we want to do the individual zoning methods instead of assigning a generic type to all the zones. Of course, it's very much simplified. You can use the other types of zones, but in a complicated project, you can find that you have other types of runes. So here I will hook up the zone programs into here. And as you can see, we don't have errors now. I want also to mention something which is very important regarding the elements of the building. In this, after you perform this intersect masses, and after you we transfer the masses into the VREPs into honeybee thermal zones. It's called honeybee masses to zones. It takes the ordinary VREPs, boxes, whatever components inside Grasshopper and transform them into honeybee thermal zones.